Octopath Traveler is rated T for teen by the ESRB. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Octopath Traveler. In the last episode we had reached Stonegard all the way from Boulder Fall. Because of Therian's quest we ended up going all the way to the Clifflands, and so we had to travel all the way back here to Stonegard in order to start Hannah's story. Fortunately, we made it, and now we're going to start her story proper by going into the Hear a Tale option. You travel to Stonegard where your master Zanta, I'm going to call him Santa now, where your master Santa was headed when he penned his first and only letter, and so your search begins. The story so far. And so, Hannah set forth in search of Zanta. Her master, the closest thing to a father she had vanished while pursuing the baleful fiend Red-Eye, and the huntress has vowed to find and bring him home. The direwolf Hagen, Zanta's ever-faithful companion, had returned to their village, but alone. It was enough to make Hannah fear the worst. In the first and only letter he wrote before disappearing, Zanta had mentioned the town of Stonegard, and so Hannah followed her master to the highlands. But to what avail? Stonegard. This is where master said he would sojourn. Hannah is going to use a lot of language that I do not know. This is where master said he would sojourn. Well, Hagen, dost thou perceive his scent? Something about this place confuseth and troubleth thee, but no matter. Thou hast done well to bring in us here. Now it is my turn to lead in the hunt. But this is a large and sprawling settlement, not like our forest home. Now, child, thou needest not fear. We will ask in the people. Someone is bound to knoweth of master.
Well,
I am glad thou agreest. Now, where to begin in the search? The alehouse, of course. If master is known anywhere in this town, it would be there. Oh. That's unusual. It's not giving me the exclamation points on my map. Anyways, let's go up to our first checkpoint of the quest.
Welcome.
What can I do for you, lassie?
greetings.
A bowl of that broth, if thou wouldest, and answering me a question.
All right.
The broth is easy enough. As for answers, you'll have to ask the question before I can tell you if I have any.
So then...
Knowest thou of a hunter named Zanta? I believe he sojourned here some moons ago. Aye, I know him, but I ain't seen him around for a spell now. Heard he taken to visiting a woman named Natalia. She's got a house on the edge o' town.
So then...
Natalia? This name is unfamiliar to me. I thank ye, landlord. If you don't mind me prying, lassie, you don't happen to be his prentice, do ye?
Yes.
I am.
Ah.
I knew it. He used to talk about you all the time, he did. When he was in Gosh, I can't even talk in this sort of language. When he was in his cups, a apprentice who's nothing like him, strict and straight as an arrow, no time for foolishness, and folly, he'd say. Soon as you mentioned his name, I reckoned you as one of the same. Well, with you matching his description and all. I'll take that as a compliment. Will you now?
Oh.
What is it, Hagen?
Damn.
Something has happened. Come on, girl. We must follow him. Travel banter. Got to include
This
these.
bodeth ill.
Why ever didst Hagen react in such a manner? An astute question. If I may posit, Hagen is of a species known as the direwolf, yes? It is said that a wolf's sense of smell is 100 million times more sensitive than that of man. And amongst wolves, direwolves have the most sensitive noses of all. I would posit that when he entered the city, he was overwhelmed by all the smells common to such a bustling center of activity. And yet of all those odors, he would be most sensitive to those he is most familiar with. To wit, hast thou a point? I was getting there. To wit, he detected a certain scent, namely the scent belonging to Master, of course. Then we must make in haste. Yes, precisely. Thou shouldest not lose in heart. I will listen to one of thy lectures after our job is done. So that's oh, it wants me to go this way. That's not the master, though.
Hoi!
Shoo, you mangy beast. Go on, bugger off. Poke, poke.
At your service.
My dearest Natalia, what a delightful coincidence. Fancy running into each other here.
How are you?
I fancy that. I was just, returning from the market.
It is an honor.
Oh, but what a burden you are shouldering. My dear, you must allow me to deliver it for you. That is, I'll have my man here do it naturally.
Nay.
I'm most honored, sir, but ye needn't. Milady, I insist. I could not forgive myself for if you were to strain a muscle. Upon my honor, is worship never give... Upon my honor, is worship never gives up, does he?
Right.
Poor lass. Poor lass has caught the eye of the wrong sort. Bound to happen, with your fair looks turning every man's head.
Not so.
He's a wolf draped in silks, and that soldier of his makes sure he don't fall afoul of the husbands and fathers.
Oh.
There ain't no refusing him. Once he's got the scent, remember the miller's daughter?
Oh ho!
So that's it, Hagen. Thou knowest this woman, and thou art trying to help in her. Wise creature that thou art, thou seest that she is in trouble. And so thou wilt scaring off the soldier.
So then,
Is that right, Hagen?
understood.
Then let me help. Were a fearsome beast to appear before him, that soldier wouldn't flee in. A happenstance for which no one could be blamed. Do I have a couple beasts? Ooh, travel banter. Almost missed it. The sheer nerve of that man. Thou can't say in that again. Consider yourself warned, Hannet. Stay well clear of self-centered men. I have little experience with menfolk, aside from my master, of course. But thou hast experienced in abundance? Pray tell in me of their ways. Oh my god. Girl talk. And it's the funny sort. I suppose I know a thing or two. Alright, there are two kinds of men in this world. Those who devote themselves to their trade, or calling, and spare little thought to the fairer sex, and those that have no time at all for work, but plenty for pleasure. If that is my choice, I shall take neither. Why, Hannet? It would seem you don't need my counsel after all. Oh, why, Hannet? It seems you don't need my counsel. Okay. Let us provoke this guy. I have no idea what kind of team I have with Hannet.
Now let us hunt him. Come in, if thou darest.
Let's start with Lind.
Visit'st me. What next?
Let's go with Lind again. Ha ha ha.
Visit'st me. I will not be thy coming, if thou darest.
Sailfish. I was kind of expecting something
I
stronger.
will not be the coming. Come.
Will you blend one more time to break them?
Let in my come.
Okay, and let's see what we have. High Wolf. Ooh, let's do double strike. Ooh, that sweeping slash is
What
dangerous.
next?
High Wolf.
What next? Come in, if thou darest.
Mossy meat.
I will not be thy come. Holding back nothing.
Invigorating
Let
battle
my
this
arrow
is.
fly.
Continuing with Lin. And once more. This time with feeling.
What next? Let's holding back nothing.
Double strike again.
I will not be thy prey. Come in, if thou
We'll use
darest.
Lend again.
Let in my arrow.
Mossy meat.
What next?
Lend again.
What next?
And again.
Let in my arrow fly and true.
Mossy meat.
What next?
And Lend again.
What? Holding back nothing.
And double strike once again. Man, this guy has a lot of health.
Let in my arrow fly and true. What next? What next?
Mossy meat.
Come in, if thou darest. Visit'st me, letting the hunt begin. Come.
There we go.
I honor thee, my
He had a lot of health. Concerned. But it's fine. We defeated him. He's gonna run off.
Oh,
Gah, monster in the middle of town? Hey, where are you going? I paid good money for you.
Hagen?
Hagen, where have you been? You left so suddenly, and I have no tidings of neither of you since. Where's your master, Hagen? Where's Zanta?
Greetings.
Thou must be Natalia. I need a speaking with thee.
Oh?
Oh, and who might ye be?
Greetings.
I am Zanta's prentice. I've traveled here from the Darkwood.
You don't say.
His prentice, you say? Then you must be Hannet. I've heard tell of you. Of ye. So master back of me. I said you a fine young huntress, and learning fast, no matter his ham-fisted teachings, to raising others while belittling himself. That soundeth like master. Haha, haha, aye, he's a good man, but as guileless as a beet.
So then...
Guileless, yes. Fatuous, also. With a with a weakness for wine and dice. And yet he is honest and noble, and handleth a bow with the best of them.
'Tis true.
Aye, you speak the truth there. So where is the old rascal? If Hagen's here, he can't be far.
The truth is...
Hagen returned to our village alone. I have come here in search of master.
What?
Good gods, has something happened to the man? I was hoping that thou couldst help me answer that.
Huh.
I fear I may not be of much help, but I'm happy to tell you all I know.
Forgive me.
Can we talk in at thine home, letting me carry some of that?
Thank you.
Oh, why thank ye. Hannet is such a gentleman.
Huh.
I wish there was more I could tell you. Last I heard, he was heading for the forest out in the hills yonder. Then, nothing.
Perchance.
When was this?
'Tis true.
3 months, I'd say, give or take. He disappeared before, only to show up all of a sudden a few days later. I thought this time would be the same, but then the days turned to weeks, and the weeks to... I beg thee forgiveness, my bluntness, but how didst thou knowest him? My husband died not so long ago. Zanta was a friend of his. My husband, you see, was a soldier in service to the realm. They met when hunting monsters, and, well, they shared a love of hunting and ale, so they had much to talk about down at the alehouse. Then my husband grew sick, and after the funeral, Zanta started calling from time to time, and I appreciated the company, truth be told.
Understood.
Oh. Am I embarrassing you, dear? I suppose he's like a father to you? He was my teacher, but I have no kin. I was alone in the world. Master took me in, cared for me, raised me as a hunter. Perhaps he only did so because he wanted to passeth his knowledge, the hunting lore that he had learned from his own ancestors.
So.
But yes, to me, he is like the father I never had.
Oh?
You must be worried sick, him being gone for so long without no word. I am. Thank thee for thine help, but now I must take my leave. I am going to the forest, though surely the trail is cold by now.
Well, well.
Do take care of yourself, my dear.
Yes.
I will. May I ask one more favor? When thou next seest him, dost not tell him what I said today?
Oh?
You mean about him being like your father and all? I don't see where the harm is.
Ugh.
He would never letteth me live it down. Aye, doubtless true, now that you mention it. He's just the sort who'd tease a poor girl for speaking her heart. Alright, it'll stay our little secret then. Thank you, thee. Okay, now it's time for us to exit town for the Spectre Wood. Looks like exiting for the woods requires me heading north. I am already well equipped, and unfortunately that battle did have me use some of my beasts. So maybe I'll look for getting some new ones. Or using the beasts a little bit more often. First off, we have a treasure chest right up here. Let's see what we've got. 5,000. Thank goodness, I need more money. Okay, a split in the road. It's blinking above, so let's go down.
May I have this dance?
We surprised the foe, which is good. Item. Let's use the Wind Soulstone because it affects more.
Letting the
How
hunt
useful.
begin.
Hunter skills. Arrow Storm. I miss having so many good arrow shots. Dancer skill, Night Ode.
Night Ode, bring your shade.
And it looks like light is a key ability, so let's go with lightning.
Thus ends your lesson.
And we defeated him. Them. Going up. Let's travel a bit. Oh, looks like we have a cutscene here. Oh, that's why there's a path down. A rock fall, and no way round, but this is not recent. By the length of the shoots growing on it, I'd say 1-2 moons ago.
So then,
Rememberest thou this place? Is this where thou leftest him? Shh. I do not mean it like that, little one. Thou hastenedest all the way to the village for help. Thou didst not betray him, Hagen. Thou wilt turn back and search for another path. There's no way past this rock slide, that much is certain.
Hunt.
Listen in, my girl. Hunting isn't just about sticking arrows into a monster's hide. Sometimes the land setteth itself against thee, and nature herself, fickle old soul that she is. But always remembering to stop and takest in the air, lookest around thee. Even if nature is thy foe, it does not mean thou must fightest her.
Just so.
Instead, turnest the lay of the land in thy favor. The creatures of this forest must have found in a way past, letting us searching for their trail.
This bodeth ill.
Hagen, Lind, to my side. So we know that way is done, so let's go down. What is it? There we go. Provoke the mysterious creature. It's a tree?
Come in then, if this
Oh.
beest thy will. Come in, if thou
It
darest.
is a tree. I was kind of
Let
joking
my
when I
arrow
said it
fly
was a tree.
Come in, if thou darest.
Lynn's one more sweep.
Let holding
Up
back
to
nothing.
3. Oh, my wolf returned to the wild.
Come in, if thou darest. Let in the
The
hunt.
tree took
begin.
on a different form, but it looks like we're still good. Wallop. What are you, a walloping willow?
What next?
Cut it down.
Come in, if thou darest. Come in.
That's double strike.
Come in, if thou darest.
Yeah, let's do a heal. Oh dear. This may be bad. At least it lets me get back to the heals.
This will help it. Come.
Let's break. I'll have to heal.
This will help it.
Not that I wanted to.
Come. This will help it.
Fighting a tree is weird.
Come. Come.
Let's use the sailfish. Another. I'm hoping that the tree doesn't do another poison round.
Let's
see. Ooh.
I honor thee, my quarry.
Successful. Again. Travel banter.
Well, I'll be damned.
So, you know where to go next? Yes, from the moment I saw the landslide. Impressive. Though I guess a hunter is most at home in the woods, eh? Thanks be to my training. My master hath taught me well. I hear there's no fiend ye couldn't slay. As a hunter, he is without peer, but when he ventureth into town, he is too easily tempted by the alehouse and games of chance. He lacketh anything resembling discipline. Sounds to me like you're being a bit harsh on him. Harsh? However so. Even the best of men fall prey to the temptations of the city. So it truly is more fearsome than the deepest of forests. That's pretty funny, actually. Good. Hannah is all healed, so let's continue. Fool's Gold. Okay. So, is there? Yes, there is. I see a treasure chest. It's a good thing I backed up.
Beginning.
We surprised the foe. It's a shame that that was the move that it revealed. Lind. Are you kidding me? Okay.
I am ready.
Moonlight. Night Oath.
Bring your shade.
What is the logical course of action?
And let's go with Blizzard. Nope. Blizzard was not the move.
I am ready.
We know Night Ode, so how about we go with physical defense?
The
Hannah.
mold.
She is the lowest of us. We'll break one of them.
An interesting dilemma.
So we've tried ice, let's try fire.
Great inferno to scorch the land.
No to fire.
Letting my arrow fly and
Let's
true.
try Arrow Storm.
A torrent of arrows.
No to Arrow Storm. These goats are quite strong, and it is very concerning.
What is the logical course of action?
Thunder. They have no elemental weakness. That's terrible.
I am ready.
Let's do a mole dance to
The
Cyrus.
mold.
Since he showed that he has a physical weakness to whatever impalement abilities these guys are producing.
Beginning.
We already know Arrow Storms don't work. Lind, if you had hit, that would have been better. They are putting him to sleep. I do not like that. Item.
Take this! And that's that.
Indeed. Good thing everyone leveled up. Those goats are hardy. Continuing on, we're gonna get closer to the forest. Right here. So we made it to the Spectre Woods. What lies within? I guess we're gonna find out next time. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of
Let
I
us
can't do
begin.
my sickle runnings because I'm in the middle of nowhere.
I am ready.
I'm going to continue with my statement because whatever happens, happens. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Octopath Traveler. If you liked what you saw, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Mash that like button and subscribe if you have not for more Octopath Traveler content. In the next episode, we
Where's
enter
the
the
nearest
Spectre
tavern?
Wood to find any clues we may have of where Xanta may have gone. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.